An inspirational story. An elderly father in England. In a small village in England, an elderly man named John was in the last stages of his life. He was now 75 years old, and his physical strength was declining. John's wife had died several years ago, and his only son, Robert, was now living in the city. John was a simple farmer who spent most of his life working in the fields. He supported himself and his family through hard work. John's greatest assets were his honesty, his hard work, and the love he gave to his son Robert. But over the years, John felt that the distance between him and Robert was growing. Robert had distanced himself from his father in the hustle and bustle of the city. One day, John realized that his health was deteriorating further, and he probably didn't have much time left. He thought he should share his feelings with his son, but he also thought that his son might not understand him. So he decided that he would write a letter in the last few days of his life, which he would leave for his son. That letter would contain his love, his teachings, and the experiences he had learned in his life. John sat down at his old desk and began to write. His hands trembled now, but his soul had immense strength. He put down the most important aspects of his life on paper. Letter, dear Robert, when you are reading this letter, one might not be in this world. There are tears in my eyes while writing this, but those tears are not of sorrow, but of love and pride. I always told you that the most important thing in life is hard work, honesty, and helping others. One don't know if one have been able to convey these things to you properly or not, but today one want you to implement these things in your life. Do you remember when you were young and we both used to work in the fields? You used to tell me that this work is very difficult. Yes, it was difficult, but that difficulty taught us that nothing comes easy in life. There is hard work behind every success. Today you are a successful man in the city, but remember that success is not only yours. It is also the result of your mother's prayers and my hard work. Robert, life is too short. When your mother left this world, one realized that we should not keep too much distance from our loved ones. I always taught you to be strong like me, but perhaps one made a mistake by not teaching you that it is important to keep a soft heart too. Running after success is not bad, but forgetting the people who matter the most to you is wrong. I made this mistake, and now I want you not to make this mistake. You may not have felt it while living in the city, but the real happiness lies in the simplicity of the village. I want you to come here sometimes, live in this house where you spent your childhood. The soil here has a fragrance that you will never be able to feel in the crowd of the city. Robert, one more thing I want to tell you is that one should always have the strength to forgive in life. I have made many mistakes in my life, but one have always learned that forgiveness is the greatest strength. I want you to adopt this quality in your life too. Small mistakes happen in any relationship, but if we can forgive, then that relationship always remains strong. Know you will be alone after me, but remember, you are not alone. You have the lessons one have taught you. You have the memories of your mother, and most importantly, you have your own experience. I want you to always walk on the right path in your life, no matter how difficult that path is. I am proud that you are my son. I am proud that you have achieved so much success in your life. But my last wish is that you never forget your roots. Your roots are in this soil where you spent your childhood. You will always have a part in this village, this farm, and this house. When you return here, you will find the peace that you may not find in the city. In the end, one just want to say that live life to the fullest, listen to your heart, and always try to help others. This is the real meaning of life. Your father, John. John wrote this letter and placed it in an old box addressed to his son. A few days later, John died. When Robert came to the village, he found a letter written by his father. Robert's eyes filled with tears as he read the letter. He realized that his father had taught him the greatest lessons of life in his last moments: love, forgiveness, and remembering your roots. That letter changed Robert's life. He built a small house in his father's village, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and decided to move forward with his life from there. Now Robert started living a simple but happy life just like his father. He kept that letter of his father in his heart, and he always lived his life with the teachings of his father. This story teaches us that no matter how big our success is in life, real happiness lies in our loved ones, our roots, and our simplicity.